And next we'll welcome to the stage Val from the UC Divest Coalition at UCLA, the UCLA-based anti-militarism and anti-war coalition fighting to end UC profit from war. Welcome, Val!
Are we getting tired, you guys? Are we getting bored? You guys good? Are we still angry?
Yeah!
Because if we don't sustain our anger and channel it towards community, love, and radical optimism, then are we any better than the Democrats here? Are we? No, we aren't. Yeah, I just want to appreciate everyone for being here and supporting. Actually, this is my first time speaking, so give me to be a representative of the UC Divest Coalition at UCLA. I'm also very happy to touch some grass, to be outside of West LA, away from this ugly ass building and looking at that other ugly ass building over there, right? So fuck give me ACAB, fuck City Hall, fuck LA. So, yes, the UCLA Divest is a coalition of organizations part of the Resist U.S.-led war movement and fighting for the UCs to divest from war profiteering and reinvent in the needs of the community, part and parcel to our organizing against U.S. imperialism. As UC Divest, we know that Trump's win is merely a change in who leads the U.S. war machine that the UCs continue to fund and uphold. At UCLA, our students and workers are in crisis, just like communities in the wider LA area and across this country. And our so-called progressive institution, under the direction of our Democrat Governor Gavin Newsom, who sits, exactly, right? And he sits on the university's decisions-making board. We have already experienced the rise of policing, surveillance, and repression of anyone who fights against genocide and war, fights for their basic needs, and therefore fights against the university's super profits. Shame! Since this spring, around 300 of our students, faculty, and community were arrested for demanding the UC to stop funding genocide in Palestine. The UC and the US will do to maintain its crumbling empire and war machine. The same strategies and technologies of the US to quell organizing here will be used to share with other fascist governments to uphold US imperialism, to kill, displace, and oppress people across the world from Palestine to the Philippines. We came together to form this campaign because when we followed the money, we found this university was investing tens of billions of dollars in weapons manufacturers and war profiteers. All the while, the UC regents say that there's no money to even give workers a living wage higher than $19 an hour or hire more workers to address understaffing. But they don't hesitate to raise student tuition, approve salary increases for senior management, and suppress campus organizing through their new time, place, and manner policies. Students pay this university tens of thousands of low-quality education in overcrowded 300-person classrooms, going into debt with no guarantee of a good job after graduating, just like millions of college students across the U.S. And if you are lucky to secure employment, many prestigious research universities like UCLA will specifically target and recruit students in STEM into joining the ever-expanding war and weapons industry, normalizing the thinking that young adults should be able to participate in genocide and that it is acceptable to do so. Tuition goes towards the very same empire and militarization that forced some of us and our families to have to leave in the first place. That's why we are fighting every day for an end to these systems of U.S. militarization and U.S. imperialism at their root. We must organize for true change, for a new world, and for a better future. Not by casting a vote once every 4 years, but by organizing ourselves and each other to build a mass movement in every classroom, outside of the classroom, in the workplace and department, on every campus, in every state until we win. We are continuing to expose and research the bloody ties of the UC regents with transnational weapons corporations. See who the regents are affiliated with, where their endowment and investment funds are in, who they accept donations from, ties and research grants received, and much more, so that we can cut those ties to imperialism. Shame! Do we want our money going to increase policing on campuses? No. Do we want our money going to salary increases for the regents? No. Do we want our money going into war and genocide? No. We support the national liberation struggles of Palestine, of the Philippines, of oppressed peoples across the world, and will do our part here to strike blows at U.S. imperialism. We demand divestment from war and genocide, divestment from BlackRock, weapons manufacturing companies. We want reinvestment in our communities. We want higher wages and better working conditions for workers, faculty, and staff. Better learning conditions, an end to housing and financial security, an end to the bureaucracy and repression of this institution. To actually make these things happen, we need to strengthen our organizing. It is the people who create true change through being with one another day in, day out. We deepen our understandings of the conditions we face and can organize our communities to collectively fight for better conditions. To realize how our struggles with food, housing, work, and more are linked to imperialism, to the violence faced by colonized peoples. We must continue to strengthen our organizing and bring more people into our movement in the face of increased fascism and counterinsurgency. So when we return to our communities, join an organization, make a coalition, and continue to fight. UC Divest will continue growing and recruiting more orgs. We will continue to engage more and more people and communities in the Divest campaign, and we will continue to fight against U.S. imperialism. The people united will never be defeated! The people united will never be defeated! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and occupation! Money for jobs and education! Not for war and occupation! Palestine to the Philippines! Stop the U.S. war machine! Palestine to the Philippines! Stop the U.S. war machine! Thank you all!
Thank you, UC Divest.